Okay, Tiffany, you're the wellness expert from the FAS, the General Services Administration, Region 2, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, now I have a question that all employees have of someone, with your expertise and, your research background in this particular subject area. Um,
I'm
when
listening.
when it comes to wellness, there's a word called choice. You can choose what's good for you, or you can choose what's bad for you. Now, how would a GSA employee ensure that he always makes the right choice and not the bad choice for wellness?
Well, of course, in order to make the right choice, it's important to have a plan. Um, it's just like any contracting decision. We always start with an acquisition plan before we go into a procurement. So, in order to make the right food choices, it's really best to plan out my meals according to my nutritional needs, and um, and really, if one wavers from that, it's is not as much of a big deal as if I'm starving, I need something to eat, and it's like, okay, well, McDonald's is right there, let me just go and then grab something. If I have planned my food, if I maybe bring it with me, it makes it a lot easier to make the right choice.
I guess there's kind of a extra question I can add on. Let's say you go by a bakery. How can you make a choice not to go in the bakery and eat that cake that you see in the window, as opposed to going in and eating the cake? How do you get to that point where you make the choice to just walk on by the piece of cake?
There's a lot of different things you can do. Um, Firstly, you have to put it this way: 51% of you has to not want the cake more than 49%. You know, you have to not want it first, more than you want it. So, in the situation that you're tempted, that 49% is like, come on, get that cake, and that 51% is like, I suggest maybe thinking about um, the consequences, really. Thinking about your goals, the consequences in terms of what it's going to do, to you, not just like, in the long term, but today, how am I going to feel after I eat it? What's it going to do for my body? Every decision we make, we should really have a desired output. So if my decision to eat something is based strictly on, um, you know, wanting to be fit and healthy, then that would help me make my choice. However, we often need to have a distraction. A lot of times it's really good to have something that's going to distract us from that temptation. So, pushing it off into, say, hey, I'll have this tomorrow, or maybe I'll cross the street, or, oh, let me, make a phone call, call my friends, see how my friend's doing, let me decide, there's a lot of different things you can do to distract yourself from that temptation. Unfortunately, it's easy to get your foot caught in the trap if you want the cake. If most of you really want it, unlikely that you're not going to have it. But if you do decide to make the choice, have it a planned choice. Make a plan to have a piece of cake every week or something. So then you have something to look forward to. Make an active choice.
Oh, thank you very much for that wonderful advice. We'll put that on YouTube right away so the United States that information can be made available.
Okay.
Thank you.